Hi, welcome to Ravenholm. So, last time I talked about, we're going to learn why we don't go to Ravenholm. And this is, mentioned it a few times out, this is probably one of the most iconic sequences in the entirety of Half-Life 2. It's one of the first really scary moments in any Half-Life game that I'm aware of. And it's actually just a testament to wonderful game design as well. And I'll point out a few things in here. This is going to be some stuff that they talked about in the developer commentary, just as well as little things that I've noticed here. So, first off, we notice there's a body here. Now, of course, we do have our gravity gun, and we can't really go ahead and shoot anything, but this tells us that there will be partial bodies. And we also get these flammable canisters. Let's go ahead and see what happens when you shoot one of them at a zombie. Well, it just goes ahead and blows it up, and the body starts swinging. So, now we have a method to get through these boards, if I didn't want to just go ahead and outright shoot them. As well, this is going to teach us about a new tool we have access to. As soon as we pick this up and head this way, I believe there's going to be a zombie going to be either coming through the door, yep, or one of these is going to wake up. Now, these will actually occasionally embed themselves in the walls, but for the most part, they're just going to slice up the zombies. Yep, so then this guy goes ahead and gets up. We do need to be careful with this because it will occasionally do exactly what you just saw, where it'll only cut the zombie in half, but it won't actually eliminate the headcrab. It's just something that we are going to want to keep in mind. Yep, let's get out of there because that whole room is full of explosives. Oh god, I forgot how good this whole sequence actually is going to feel. There's also some kind of cool extra stuff that I saw. Oh, okay. I was going to say, I thought I saw a body in there, but I didn't know if it was Headcrab zombie or just a corpse. So, this is just... I remember how tense I felt in here. So, that was another interesting gentleman. His name is Father Grigori. Father Grigori is one of the only human people left in this entire town. We're going to meet him a little bit later, and Father Grigori is a wonderful nut job, and that's all I'm really going to say if you're not familiar with him. So, Father Grigori has also built these little traps here. These little traps are methods that he uses to control zombies as they come through. So, we're going to have several different areas of the game that are actually going to have little things like this. We can activate them. I think there's one that's like a car that we can drop on enemies. It's various just little jury-rigged systems that are all pretty wonderful. So, there's another example of one here. This one we can actually turn on. Yep, and as soon... Yep, so Father Grigori, hence his name, is actually a priest. Oop, hello. And I'm actually going just to get on this side of here, and I'm just gonna let the spinning blade here take care of the problem. Alright, there's one gone. There's two, and I'll deal with the third one myself. But yeah, so Father Grigori is a priest, and he has gone a little bit insane seeing what happens here. I don't know if it's really ever clearly explained, but we're going to find a whole bunch, and you can see some of them like these. Basically what happened is the Combine decided to be assholes, and they basically mortared this entire town. Not what I wanted you to do, asshole. Can you go ahead and die? Can you go ahead and die? Perfect. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so this town, I think it was maybe like a resistance haven or something like that. Whatever it was used by humans and it wasn't under Combine control, so they went ahead and they shelled it with these headcrab mortars. And I don't know if it was just that they didn't have the experience or there were so many of them or whatever happened, but those mortars were incredibly effective at doing what the Combine needed them to do, and they basically exterminated the town. Which, again, kind of really sells exactly how much of assholes the Combine really are. What are the odds one or both of you get up? Alright, yep, thought so. Oh, wow. Interesting. So that didn't explode. Oh, and now we're getting to kind of one of the more horrific elements. Hello, Father Grigori. Hey, buddy, what's up? Are you gonna...
Who is this? Another life to save? I'll keep my eye on you. More than that, I cannot promise.
Why, thank you. Yeah, so Father Grigori has some sort of like double-barreled rifle setup going on. It's actually pretty powerful. You can spawn it in using console commands. It basically takes the form of a double-barrel shotgun. And let's, I'm actually going to... You know what? I'm actually just going to go ahead and try to be as... I'm going to take care of this the proper way. So around here, this is another type of these, like, traps, or whatever you want to call them. And what they are they're basically propane tanks that are rigged up so that they flood hallways with gas. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to try to lure as many of these guys in as possible. Obviously, we don't want to climb this fence yet. And then we're going to just give this a little smack. Perfect. Ah, damn it, it didn't get both of you guys. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to shoot you. Obviously, oh, and two, I talked about the sort of horror elements. Yeah, if you listen to the zombies when they're dying, they give off, like, this screaming. And it's kind of not cool, you know. We looked at the bodies that they had, or the, like, heads that were there, and I talked about how some of the heads have been crushed and such. These people are actually still alive, which is kind of horrifying to actually think about. You're basically being controlled by, like, this weird parasitic spider-looking fucking thing. And yeah, it's probably a pretty bad way to go, if I'm being honest. Alright, so there's a couple other... I believe we need to eventually go down there, so I'm just going to try to save some time. Yep, blow those up. And I do want to check up here as well, because I know all over this place there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff scattered around. Let's see. Nope, nothing this way. Alright, yeah, let's go upstairs. God, this actually feels like still really good to go up and play again. Hold on. How did you not die? Nah, whatever. And is there anything up here that I can get? I don't think so. No, I think this is just an upper platform area. That might be like a quicker way to get home. Oh. Really? I think we're about to meet a new friend, though. Is this that particular section? Yeah, we are. We're about to meet something really unpleasant. So, say hello to the poison headcrabs. Poison headcrabs are fucking awful. They're black headcrabs that when they hit you, they don't really do damage. Instead, what they do is they take your health down to a single hit point. Their particular zombies are probably the creepiest ones in my opinion, and we're going to see them eventually. All forms of headcrabs do in fact create a type of zombie. Alright, and... Yep, and now there's more of these fuckers that have come in. So let's go ahead and deal with that. These guys are actually... They're only really a threat when they're in... when they're mixed in with other zombies, because obviously if you have a single hit point, any hit will damage you and kill you. Oh, fuck you. Yeah, they also make that really horrifying, like, hissing noise. I really... I don't want to say really. I kind of wish that maybe they would have expanded a little bit more on the new types of headcrabs with Black Mesa. It doesn't really detract from it at all, in my opinion. I just think that it was maybe a little bit of a missed opportunity. Alright, I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to turn this back on, and that way if any hordes try to come in from behind me, this will eliminate them. I don't think that's the case, but that's just me trying to actually properly plan for things. Alright, let's go up. Keep going around. And, oh yeah, and now we're actually going to get to... actually, I want to say now we're going to... There's going to be multiple sections like this. Oop, hello. Hey, Father.
Well done, brother. Make free use of my traps, but take care not to fall in them yourself.
Okay.
Behind you!
Ah, hello.
Home, you do well to be vigilant.
Okay, definitely keep that in mind, thank you. So, this is the other type of head crab. So I talked about there being a special, like, zombie corpse that we found the other day. This creates that, and, don't really want to spoil it too much. Oh, this is why you don't actually do what I did, because if you fall, then you fucking die in a fire. Yeah, they create a third type of head crab. Or of zombie. And it's not very pleasant. So what we're going to do first, we're going to try to blow up everything that we can from up here, just to save myself the time and energy. I think these might be, like, maybe less powerful as explosives than the, yeah, I think these are less powerful explosives than the big ones. I do think instead they're, like, they do more of a flame effect or something. So they have a little bit of a trade-off. I always forget about that, because I remember that section, actually, I was kind of confused the first time I ever did it, as to why it seemed like the explosives weren't doing as much damage. Oh yeah, so let's go ahead and meet another type of trap. So we met the fire trap. Now let's meet the crusher. So obviously these crusher traps, yeah, and it's not perfect by any means. Let's kill these assholes. But they are quite nice, and I think eventually what we have to actually do... Oh, hey, a lambda cache. Is there a... How do I get to that one? I might have to climb on top of there, actually. Yeah, so they're actually pretty handy to have around. Good. And can I go ahead and lift you back up? Obviously, you do want to keep your eyes up top for them, because, you know, if they're wobbling around that much, you probably don't want to mess with them, but... Oh, you know what? Actually, I think I may... Hang on, is it if I do this... Yeah, I think this might be it. Come on. There we go. And I'm actually going to make a running leap over to there. Because I don't really know, what's over this. Oh, cool, okay. I'll take an extra grenade and a little bit of health. Maybe, at least that offsets with the damage I did to myself getting here. That's kind of nice, actually. Because that still means that any player, regardless of where they are, as long as they have the damage to take, they're not losing anything by going for it. That's a good idea. Let's jump onto this one as well.
I am Father Grigori. You have already met my congregation.
Thank you for telling me your name. How the fuck are you getting around so quickly? You absolute nut job. But yeah, obviously Father Grigori is he's a very well-rounded and well-adjusted individual who's obviously not going insane. What's going on here? But he is an absolute fucking joy, especially as it gets later on, and he's going to help us with, I think, a couple of fight sequences, maybe. I'm trying to remember where. I also believe somewhere in Ravenholm is where we actually get the shotgun. Which, you know, obviously, place full of zombies, you kind of want a shotgun. Ah yes, here is our lovely new little headcrab friend. These are fast headcrabs. They're a tiny bit weaker, if memory serves, but they do exactly what the name suggests. They are very, very quick. Oh, okay.
Ah, it is you, brother. I apologize. But no harm done. My bullets are the least of your concerns.
You're not wrong. Just like my grenades are the least of yours. Alright, okay. I thought maybe this asshole would be alive. Alright, let's go ahead and... Really? Okay. Surprising. I thought that would at least, like, nick you a little bit, catch you on fire. But let us go... Oh, for... So, yeah, we're not really in a particularly good place here, if I'm being completely honest. I'm a little bit low on ammo for the SMG, and that's probably the best weapon that I have right now, unless I want to start using... yeah, start going for, like, pistol shots like this. And these will take a little bit too long because of how weak the pistol is. Now, luckily, of course, there are all of these explosives around here. Oh yeah, and these fast ones actually have a really, really long jumping height, or really high jumping height as well, so it's very easy for them to actually do some pretty good damage to you. So let's see, I actually should not have jumped over here. I think I should have stayed on that side. Oh well, let's jump down, and let's go ahead and see what's going on. Yeah, because there's a whole bunch of these explosives and stuff around. You can just try to fight your way through it. I think that's what I did the first time, because I ended up falling down here, like, way the hell back whenever this, yeah, what, 2004, when this came out. Very, very tough fight. And obviously, you know, when you're much younger and you don't really have any idea what the hell you're doing when it comes to games, it only makes it more fun. And I don't know if you can hear the air quotes around the word fun, but they're definitely fucking there. Alright, and... So, two things I wanted to... Oh, fuck.
For thou art my helper, my strength, and...
So... Yeah, Grigori just, like, kind of appears and disappears, and he's kind of wonderful for it. He's highly entertaining when he's not being completely insane. Alright, so there is actually our 15th Lambda locator, or a Lambda cache, according to the achievement. And I'm just going to lob a grenade into here because I don't know how many of them there are. Perfect. God, I love this game's ragdolls. They're so damn satisfying. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch back to the gravity gun. Because I think a whole bunch of assholes are going to spawn in here. Oh yeah, and you can see there's some examples. So this is actually what a fast Headcrab zombie ends up looking like. This is a normal one, I think, that has a fast one next to it. I do see some zombies coming up, so I'm going to deal with this problem. Obviously, because of the fact that it is just a saw blade being shot at high speed, you can actually damage multiple zombies in a single throw, or in a single shot. I don't really know where my saw blade went, though. So I'm going to jump down here and just hope that nothing's around the corner. Ooh, even better, I see machine gun ammo. Yeah, this is actually a lot of fun still to play. I'm quite enjoying it. You know, there's going to be some pretty challenging moments coming up. And this next part's going to suck. So, let's go meet our new friend here. There is the fast Headcrab zombie. Fast Headcrab zombies are fast. And, if they get close enough, they like to do this leaping, slashing, scream attack right at your face. It kind of sucks. A lot. Not really much I can do about it, though, besides just deal with it for now. And... you little bastard. Yeah, they're obviously a little bit harder to hit with something like a saw blade or such, because they do jump around quite a bit. I also have a sneaking suspicion that somewhere in here is going to be more of the poison headcrabs, because this is the type of environment that the developers would normally scatter them around in. Because the developers are kind of assholes like that. Alright, so... bust open that. I think the door behind me might break open. No. Okay, well, let's not tempt fate. Let's not tempt fate, he says, as he runs into a room full of headcrabs and nothing else. Ah, there we go. Alright, let's eliminate this problem. And is anything up here? Oh, you bastards. What the... Ah, little shitbirds. Okay. So I basically just I spent a whole bunch of ammo and health to get health. That doesn't really feel like it was worth it to me, but I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Oh yeah, and of course you can still hear that Grigori is fighting. Oh, hello. Shotgun ammo.
Stirred up hell. A man after my own heart. Here, I have a more suitable gun for you. You'll need it. Catch.
Why, thank you.
Good.
Perfect.
Now,
and here's our shotgun.
Close. My advice to you is aim for the head. Hush. They come. There is no rest in Ravenhorn. Move on and I will meet you at the church.
Okay. Sounds good, buddy. So, get fast zombies in our problem. Oop, fuck. Yeah, and you can see the heads break off quite easily for the fast ones. Now, if I remember right, there's actually a sequence that's going to be coming up that involves us having to hold out on top of a platform against a bunch of those, and I actually found out pretty early on that this shifting is basically the easiest giveaway. Fuck me, what the hell? I like lost my momentum there. I don't know if I touched something wrong on my keyboard or what. But that does give me that gave me an easy way to go down, at least for these, because I thought there was some more ammo hanging out. And yes, this game does actually include the same mechanic from the original, where you have the double barrel, like the 2-barrel shotgun blast thing. which I don't really get from a gun perspective, but, you know, again, I think that might just be my nascent Americanness, where anything that's incorrect about guns cannot be allowed. Okay, let's go back up to here, and we're actually going to try to nail this jump this time. Alright, and where I want to go is right over here. I'm not sure I would ever trust jumping onto a bunch of rickety wooden boards next to a hanging dude, but... Ah, fucker. Yeah, and you can see I'm having the same problem with the head detaching that we have earlier. But it is, I do think it is a little bit worse for the fast ones. Alright, so now I'm going to try to go be clever and close the door while we go ahead and hit this. Except the game is smarter than me. The game is smarter than me, and the game hates me. So, what we have to do is actually prepare. So, normally what will happen is, if you keep the door closed, they can't break in. So, what you can do is, yeah, you can do exactly what I did, and you can close it, and then they drop into the skylight, because, again, the game knows what you're trying to do. I'm just going to run in circles while they burn to death, because there's no reason to waste the ammo. There we are. Alright, so he just got a single hit in. And let's hit this button. And now we're going to go meet another horrifying monster. Should be right down this way. Should... Oh, yep, there's one of the fast ones, I guess, that was up top that didn't pathfind its way through that hole in the roof. So there's moaning, and you can see more fast ones. There is the headcrab zombie for the poison headcrabs. And as you can see, they're fucking tough. And when they die, they don't always kill all of the headcrabs that were on them, even if you use explosives. So they're a very, very real problem. I think the headcrab zombie themselves just does a normal attack, but they do also fling the headcrabs around with them, and that can create, as you can imagine, quite a few problems when you're in the middle of a fight with a dozen zombies. Oh, yeah, that whole idea is just kind of singularly horrifying. And you can hear them, I think that's actually their moaning in the distance, that weird, like, groan. And I was actually thinking about something when I talked about it earlier. That first room where you fight the first poison headcrab, that little like corridor. Apparently they actually had to change that a few times, because what was happening is playtesters would start it, and then they would actually just start screaming in fear because they didn't know what was going on. Now, obviously, you know, nowadays that seems a little silly, but back then, you know, back before stuff like Five Nights at Freddy's and all these other horror genre, back before horror kind of really found its footing with stuff like Amnesia, yeah, oh, no, fuck you. You do not go throwing that shit around here. Yeah, and they just absolutely tank these. So they're a real fucking problem. Yeah, except that there's still at least 2 of these things in existence. God, The people who made this creature, the people who animated it, they did too fucking good of a job at nailing that creepy spider bullshit walk. Kill it, kill it, kill it. It's fucking disgusting. Ugh. Just fucking awful. So yeah, kudos to the developers for being assholes and creating horrifying, horrifying creatures. Alright, I'm gonna keep on moving this way. So I think eventually what I need to do is I think I need to like make my way up to this building here, I believe. And yeah, I think there's a whole bunch of stuff kind of scattered around here. For the most part, you know, unless it's SMG ammo, I think I'm actually fine equipment-wise. So I'm not really gonna... Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, okay, so yep, we have to go jump up and make our way across. So let's go try to remember how the heck I get over there. So there was this way, which led us up to here. And this had this... Oh, okay, so that was just the latch that was blocking our way. That's fine. And now, how would I get up and over to there? I do see a... Because this is where I came from. Okay. So, yeah, now we're just going to do a little bit of exploration and figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do next. I don't know where you spawned in from. Yeah, you can see why this is one of those parts of the game that maybe that kind of everyone really remembers, and it's because it was really new. You know, it's not to say that this game built survival horror or anything, not, you know, obviously far from it, but this game does a really, really good job of having kind of... What wording do I want to use? They did a good job of making this horror sequence have a good balance of horror and action. I do know that apparently some people actually really don't like this sequence, and there certainly are problems with it. I'll be the first to ever admit that. Ultimately, though, I do still think it's pretty damn well done. Oh, fuck you. Oh, shit. Well, that I got very, very lucky with that. So, yeah, you can see the... That's exactly the problem, right? All it takes is one lucky hit, and I probably would have died there if I didn't have the good luck of stepping into the health kits that were just sitting around. I'm gonna just go ahead and drop you there, and... leap, and we're over. Good. And I think we're actually coming up on sort of another... I talked about this action sequence. Hello. Why do I have my pistol out? It's because I'm dumb, that's why. Alright, and... Good fucking riddance. I'm just going to keep on moving. I'm going to let him cover me. No, I'm not, because that's a terrible, terrible idea. Can I grab you from over there? Yes, I can. Perfect. Oop. Okay. What if I do that? Should take out at least one or two of you assholes. I hear screaming. Good. Ooh. Oh, you fucker. I thought I heard something. I didn't see it through the fire. I thought it was on the other side. Yeah, so you can see still very, very clever bits of design, and the zombies are clearly capable of I don't want to say hiding maybe, but they're capable of being shitheads. Alright, so you're taken out. Let us go and continue moving on as soon as you... I'll be merciful and kill you. Yeah, I'm still finding myself in a position where I'm, for the most part, okay on ammo. I'm not, like, crazy under-equipped. I'm not crazy over-equipped, although, you know, with this SMG being as weak as it is, you know, it is pretty easy to blow through ammo, I've found. Oop, fuck. Let's not go that way, I guess. So, you know what I'm going to do first? Lob grenade. Jump down. Second, what's over this way? Oh, wait, was this really just this room? Okay. Interesting. I wonder if I could have gone through that room then. I don't think so. And apparently that grenade did not take out all of the zombies, but oh well. I will just have to live with that. Bastards. Alright, and anybody else? Nope, looks like we're all good now that those two guys are dead. So, of course, coming back to here, we are going to notice some things like this particular fire. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but back in the day when this came out, it did look fine. I remember these... Oh, Jesus Christ. No, 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 no. Die. Fucking die. Oh, fuck. Well, you know what? I probably should have anticipated that, because, obviously, the grenade got blown up and set behind me. So that's my own fault for being a fucking moron and not thinking about where the live grenade would go after I threw it. So I have almost no health left, which means everything has now become a threat, even more so than usual. So, unless I get my hands on some health stuff pretty soon, I'm gonna fucking die. Oh, here we go. Oh, hey, and this is that sequence I was talking about.
Ah, there you are. At last. I will send the cart for you, brother. It will be but a moment.
Sounds good.
Patience, brother. Guard yourself well.
So, this particular fight actually sucked a lot back when I first played it. Ultimately, I think there's 3 ways for them to climb up. I think there's this pipe here, I think there's this pipe here, and I think they might come over the backside or something on us. So, the good news is, as long as you keep an eye out on both of these pipes, you'll be able to take out most of them before they get up top. And there is still a package of ammo behind me, so that I can eliminate... Here you go. Yep, there's still a box of ammo back there if I do find myself in a bad place. And the noise is noticeable enough and distinct enough that it's not actually going to be a problem. So this is the cart that Grigori is sending to us, and for some reason, it moves incredibly slowly. I also don't really know exactly the requirements to do these shots in a single hit. I don't know if it's just a question of being close enough, or if it's a question of... Oh, yep, and there we go. Yeah, it's taking its sweet damn time. Yeah, I don't know if it's a question of being close enough, or like if maybe it's aiming a little over or under where you otherwise would expect to. Because I know sometimes I've had the shots don't quite go where I would anticipate. Alright. So, let's go step into the cart. Oop. Wow. Ugh, kill me. So, that sucked because I apparently overshot the jump. I also don't know how many of them are going to be up there now, waiting for me. Come on, come on. Gordon, just get in, buddy. So, word of advice, don't try to crouch jump in, just walk in. I seem to recall there being more enemies up there the last time that, or the first time I played this. So, yeah, maybe... Because this is normal difficulty. Maybe I played it on a harder difficulty when I started. Or maybe they've patched this. Okay. So, we have made our way over to link up with Father Grigori. Let's go listen to what he has to say.
You are to be commended for avoiding my traps. The work of a man who once had too much time on his hands and now finds time for nothing but the work of salvation. I suspect you have little wish to remain in Ravenholm, so I will show you to the mines. As for me, a shepherd must tend to his flock, especially when they have grown unruly. Follow me, brother, and tread lightly, for this is hallowed ground.
Alright, so let's go ahead. I am taking a look. It has been about a half an hour. However, we are nearing the end of this particular sequence of events, so I'm actually going to just try to finish off this video here. Or I'm going to try to finish off this section before I finish off the video. Because it's basically, we get to go with Father Grigori, and we get to make our way through, I believe it's like a church graveyard. Alright, and there's some of our friends here. I don't know if Grigori can actually die, because he's kind of going to tag along with us the entire time. But you know what? I assume if he is... Yeah, because I know... What is it? There's going to be some sequences that we have Alex fighting alongside us in the future, which, you know, I'm normally... Actually, I don't want to say him normally because I'm fucking awful about it. I don't really want to spoil too much of this, but I mean, obviously with a character like that, we're going to go back and meet her at some point. And I know she's not technically invulnerable, but she just has crazy fast health regeneration or something. I don't know what the story is with Grigori, if he's technically, like, immortal, or if he's actually killable, because we do need him to wrap up this particular sequence. Also, the game is very nice and gives us a whole bunch of chances here to do moments like that, where we can kill off entire lines of zombies. Of course, we do also have things like explosive barrels, which are lovely problem solvers. And And does a... Okay. Yep, a brick will also kill them. Oh yeah, and then, of course, all of these explosives and stuff that are lying around. He is smart enough to run away from. Okay, let's go on up here. Of course, the game does kind of give you a whole bunch of ammo and everything out here, so wants to make sure that that you're not really in a bad place, but because I kind of know a little bit more about what I'm doing than normal, and because, generally speaking, I think that they have patched this game to be easier, it doesn't end up really mattering that much. Oh yeah, and of course you can see there's like these entire sections that will just outright burn if you're not careful. And I don't really know if it's implied that it's like the fuel or the land burning or something, like if it's all of the ashes and such, or if it's something else. You know, if it's more traps that Grigori has prepared. But it does do a good job of helping us deal with the problem. But the problem is in the form of the damn zombies. Okay, there we go. Yep, woe to the... Yeah, follow me. Okay, man, well, I'm kind of taking the lead in killing these things, so... Okay. You know, it may just be a proximity thing, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so that thing just took 6 double shotgun blasts. I can also say I don't know if these headcrab zombies, or if these headcrabs actually do their effect on like, normal NPCs, or if they're just counted as a damage hit. Alright, Grigori, come on, man, let's go. I got a saw blade, nothing can get in our way. Alright, anything else here? Nope, I don't think so. So he's going to go ahead, and he's actually going to open this gate for us. We get to go through, and then he closes it behind us. Thanks for the help, buddy.
Brother, I fear I deliver you to a darker place. May the light of lights illuminate your path. Look to your own salvation.
So, this is a... I don't really want... How do I want to phrase this? It's not a weird moment. Oh, okay, that's funny. He actually partially glitched out. So what he's supposed to do is he's supposed to run into that crypt. And then these zombies all eventually like go in and chase after him and such. And then eventually you hear the gunfire die down. So yeah, yeah, there you go. You might have just been able to see him run in. And then you can hear that continuing onward. I also don't know if the zombies can... Yeah, I think there's like a spawner on the other side of this wall that we really can't see. So, yeah, he went ahead and he just sacrificed himself to burn in there and kill off as many zombies as possible. As you can imagine, Father Grigori is a little bit crazy, but he's a fucking hilarious character. And let us see now. So, I actually know what's coming up next. Next up, we're going to be going into some mines to try to finish off Ravenholm and to make our way along so we can go link up with some more of our allies. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you next time.